Okay, so finally, let's talk about the sixth type of graphic that you might see for task 1 on the IELTS. This is a diagram. Now remember that on the IELTS for task 1, there's about an even chance of getting any one of these 6 types of displays, and again, sometimes you'll see combinations. So it's very important that you are clear about the uses and applications of all 6 of these types of graphic displays so that you can write a better paragraph. Diagrams are used to depict the steps or stages in a physical process. This is, of course, opposite to the flowcharts, which are non-physical process. Diagrams are used for a physical process, such as the environment, or production. Production meaning manufacturing of goods. So for example, making a pencil or making a camera or something like that. The environment meaning something like the carbon cycle in our atmosphere, or the way ocean currents work, or the way continents move, or in the example that I'm going to give you, the water cycle. So again, the diagram title here is the water cycle. And for the water cycle, let's start with some rain clouds here. Perhaps we have some mountains, of course. In front of the mountains we'll have a lake. We'll have some rivers flowing into the lake here, some waves maybe on the lake. Some more clouds over top of the lake, and some snow caps here on the mountains, and then we might have an underground section here. And of course what you'll see when you're looking at a diagram is you'll see some arrows which show the direction of the process. So let's have an arrow here, over here, over here. Oh yes, let's not forget about the rain, of course. So we have some rain that's falling on the mountains. We might have another arrow here, and then perhaps another arrow here. So again, just the same as with flowcharts, when you're writing a paragraph to analyze the steps and stages in a water cycle here, you want to pay attention to the arrows, because each of those arrows will require at least one sentence that describes what is happening and the connection to the next step. Of course, some diagrams are circular without a beginning or an end, so you have to use your own logic, your own thinking to choose a good place to start, and then go from there. Just like with the flowcharts, again, you want to use process vocabulary, which is described in flowcharts, such as, of course, first, second, third, next, then, after that, following, finally, and so on. So again, diagrams are used to depict the steps, stages in a physical process. I'm going to give you a verbal paragraph example. We'll talk a little bit more about the structure of the paragraph in the next section. The structure will apply to all of the 6 different types of graphic displays. Basically, first you want to describe what you see. So this diagram is showing us the steps in the water cycle. On the left hand of the picture, we can see rain clouds, some rain, mountains. At the foot of the mountains, there's a lake. Above the lake, some clouds, and underneath the landscape we have an underground level. So this describes the diagram for the reader, and then you go into analyzing the diagram. So I'm going to begin by using this arrow here as the first step, but you could begin elsewhere. You could begin with this arrow with the rain perhaps. I'm going to begin here. So firstly, the water from lakes evaporate or move up to the atmosphere and form clouds. Second, these clouds move over top of land, become heavy with water, and turn into rain clouds. Then the rain falls on the land, on these mountains, and flows into rivers. After that, the rivers flow down towards lower land and into the lakes or underground. Finally, this water collects again in the form of lakes, and the cycle starts again. For a concluding sentence, or as a final sentence, we may state that this cycle is continuous, and we can assume that it will continue without end. So this is again just a very basic diagram on the IELTS. It will likely be a little bit more complicated, but make sure to use the process vocabulary, describe and connect each step, and understand that it's used to describe a physical process. So now that we have understood the applications of bar graphs, line graphs, pie charts, tables, flow charts, and diagrams, now we're ready to describe, analyze, and conclude the information that can be seen in task 1 of the IELTS. So in the next videos, I will describe for you the structure of task 1 so that the test taker can put together their ideas and write 150 to 200 words easily and quickly while writing clearly, coherently, and in a very structured manner. I will also give a couple of IELTS examples to show you how the same type of structure applies to any of the 6 types of graphic displays that can be seen. So please have a look at those videos next.